Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, January 8th, 2026, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much, and good morning. I hope everyone's having a great day. As I said, my name's Jennifer Cotton, and I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 24 years now. And so this is my full-time business, and that means for me, that means something different for everyone. But for me, that means that I do events and classes that anyone can take all over the U.S. and tutorials all over the world. I do these weekly free videos, crafting cruises, retreats, and more. So good morning to Julie, first one here over on YouTube this morning. Pam, good morning. Have a happy day, she says to everybody. Robin, good morning, sunshine. Also, everybody's on YouTube so far this morning. Let's see. Susan, good morning. Hello from Florida. Finally able to watch for 1 hour. Yes. Ronnie, good morning to you. Chilly 46 degrees in Southern California. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. It is 70 degrees in Texas right now. Ronnie, these YouTube names are mixing me up. 70 in Texas, and it is 9 a.m. Central. So there you go. Sue, good morning. Sunny, Frederick, Maryland, looking forward to your class. Yay. Lisa, good morning to you. All right. Good morning, everybody. It looks like I meant to do something else. Let me try this. No. I'm trying to post my video. That's what I meant to do this morning. Okay. I'm going to do one thing on Facebook real quick. The Facebook thing is messing me up where it doesn't show my video properly. It's there, but you have to go into the event. So I meant to go into the event and share the video to my page, if that makes sense. But it takes a minute to get there. So let me do that. As y'all come on, please do say hi, make a comment, give a like, a share, anything you like, because that will help me out. So thank you very much. Why? There it is. It would be better if I could, or if I took the iPad down from the thing, because it's like hurting my arm to hold it up like that. Okay, video. It's just taking a minute. Let's see. And the first thing I'm going to talk about this morning is my events. Okay, share now. There, I think I did it. All right, Mary Ann, good morning. I see you found it on Facebook. So there we go. Maybe I did that okay. Who knows? Julie's going to be 67 today, which is warm for us at this time of year. Yes. And Julie, thanks for sharing as well. All right. So I will talk about my upcoming events next. I have lots of upcoming events, or kind of lots, and all of my events are going to include the PDF tutorial, which is written instructions. Oh, my microphone was pointed away from me. Anyone in the United States can order the class packets, and anyone in the world can order the tutorials only. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. So you probably need to own the featured bundled dies to complete your projects. But we cut everything else we can. And then, of course, details will be listed in each individual class description. Okay, so that's what we include in the classes. What classes do I offer? Well, first of all, every single month I have 3 classes: Stamp a Stack, Card, and Wall Art class. And all 3 of those are coming up not this Saturday, but the next. So January 17th. Let me get my little graphic here to show you the info about those 3 classes. So you can come take them in person with us in Cedar Hill, Texas, or take them to go. We have January. Okay, I thought it said January 3rd. I'm like, what? All 3 classes in person, January 17th, or mailed January 19th. Of course, you can take them to go. So card class will feature the Valentine cheer and beautifully celebrated bundles. You're going to make 4 cards, and that is just a straight up card class, no product included. So I will give more details about that class next week, and it will be free with an online order next week as well. The next 2 include over $20 in merchandise, and they are a subscription club you can join if you like. And with the subscription club, you save. Here, let's look at the club perks real quick. You save $2 per month. You can cancel anytime. You get occasional additional gifts. You get a free gift after 6 consecutive months of being a club member. It includes over $20 in merchandise. And of course, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. And you cut your own designer paper. Any of my classes that include the product, like designer paper, you cut that yourself with the PDF written instructions with measurements. And yeah, I think that's all I need to say about that. So Stamp a Stack is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. And you, sorry, I got distracted by, I was thinking I didn't say the price. It's $38 for club members, $40 for non. You get over 20 in merch, all the supplies, and we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Okay, so 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. And those are the cards I'm going to make today on today's video with the, where did I put it? Lovely Arrangements bundle, which is an awesome, very popular new bundle. The stamp set actually already went not orderable, but it's coming back. I wrote it down on another paper, but it's coming back in January in a week or so. But this bundle right here is amazing. These dies are amazing. So you'll see more of that when I do my stamping in a little bit. And then that Stamp a Stack. And then wall art is 12 by 12 art that you can hang on your wall, like these samples back here. I don't know where I put my winter one. Heck, it was over here. Anyway, I had a winter one over there. Oh, I know where it is. I can't get it right now. So you can put it in a 12 by 12 shadow box. It makes a great gift. It also decorates your home seasonally. So like Christmas is over, so you can remove that one from your 12 by 12 and put in your winter one or whatever you want. And I already said this, but it makes a great gift, especially if you just need that little like host gift. So wall art, again, includes over $20 in merch. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You cut your own designer paper, and we're using the Endless Love bundle, which is a lot of hearts, a lot of Valentine stuff. So definitely Valentine themed for that one. Get it made now in January, and you'll be ready for February. Now, for that, what was I going to say? I don't know, but you can join the club or register for the single class, $38 or $40 right now. The deadline to register is Sunday. So make sure you do that. The links, there should be links in this video right now up here in YouTube, down here in Facebook. Or is that right? Yeah, Facebook. No, YouTube is below, Facebook is above, I think. But anyway, and the link for the Stamp a Stack class also takes you to the link for the wall art class, okay? If you need card class, go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and that's where you'll find all the links. Speaking of, I forgot to say, I will add timestamps to the video later today, this YouTube video, that will let you jump around to the different portions of the video you want, the stamping demo, card 1, card 2, card 3, etc. I'm making 4 cards today, though. And then I will add a link tomorrow right up here in the corner that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. So that's where you can go to find all of the upcoming event information and links, sneak peek pictures, pictures of cards I've made on previous videos. The ones from today will be up there at 11 a.m. Central today, etc. So stamptherapist.com, just memorize that, write it down. That's where you go when you want to remember something I told you. Whether it's my ordering specials, Stampin' Up specials, etc. It should be there at stamptherapist.com. Okay, so, but don't forget about the timestamps later if you want to, like, oops, I forgot to take it off. If you want to, like, catch replay, for example, just of the second card I made, there will be a link within the video description on YouTube that says card 2, click it, it takes you straight to that. All right. Okay, we talked about the monthly card classes, all 3 of those. We would love to have you come join us in person, by the way. We would love it, in Cedar Hill next Saturday. So there's all that. You can register now. And then next is, let me get my graphic ready, my paper and ribbon share and party. So it took us a while, Alejandra and I, we've both been very busy to get our link out, but the link is there. You can register now. You can get all of the new papers only from the new publications that just started on Tuesday, the online exclusives and the mini catalog. You can get a sampling of every single paper, or a sampling of every single ribbon, or both. Or you can add on the party, and then you're going to get 12 make and takes and a Facebook party and 2 extra bonus videos and a step-by-step video for all 12 cards. So half are designed by me and hello. Oh, I keep clicking the buttons wrong today. This time it's not my computer, it's me. Half are designed by me and half by Alejandra Gomez, my teammate and friend and event partner. So in the paper and ribbon share, there's 14 new papers, 6 new ribbons. With the party, there's 12 make and takes, the Facebook party, a chance to win door prizes, by the way, bonus videos for each project, of course, the 14 new papers. Deadline to register is February 1st. Kits will be mailed and ready by February 9th, and the party is February 14th. I'm actually having 2 Facebook parties on February 14th. The other event is the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp, and registration will be coming out soon for that. And you can do both because they're both recorded. There's no need to be present for both at the exact minute they go live. And there's chances to win prizes on both and all the stuff. So anyway, whether you want paper only, ribbon only, or paper and ribbon only, or add on the party, you need to register for that now. Go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, click on events, and you will find that registration link. It will also be emailed out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central with my email about this video. And that email always has all the links at the bottom. They're just pink things that say paper share, monthly class, Stamp-A-Stack, whatever. And all those links will go out at one time and one email tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. So make sure you're on my email newsletter list if you're not. And as y'all come on, just a reminder, say hi, give a thumbs up, give a heart, whatever you like. It does help me and my algorithm so more people get to see my videos. And I guess that's all. Yeah. Say follow, share, whatever you want, but it does help me. Thank you very much on both platforms. That's what I was going to say. YouTube and Facebook. Stella, good morning. MJ, good morning. Yeah, it's, what did you say? It's Veronica. Okay. Yes. V. I was like, I knew Ronnie was short for Veronica, but then I couldn't process all 3 together. Good to see you, Veronica. Oh, you've been Ronnie all through school. Yes, I get that. The nicknames from childhood. I just got lipstick on my hand. That's why I'm doing this. Stella, good morning. Terry, good morning. Terry, scrapbook. I don't do scrapbook classes anymore. But message me privately. But I don't do scrapbook classes anymore for now. So I'm going to try something different with scrapbooking coming soon. So there we go. All right. Next up is the Mega Cruise Retreat in a Box. Where are my samples? I didn't bring them over here. Did I show them on a video already? Let me see if I might be able to go grab them real quick. At least some of them. Let me go look real quick. I'm going to step away. My voice will go faint because I'm far away. Hold on. I can't really get them. We're in the process of actually prepping those classes right now, the retreat in a box. And so the samples are like in different areas of this room. I don't know. We have tubs all over the room with little containers with paper cut in them, etc. But I do have sneak peeks here. But this is a mega class. You're going to make a ton of projects. You're going to get a ton of product. You're going to get PDF tutorials and awesome gifts. So this is the cruise to go because it's too late to register for in person. Oh, that is bingo. So let me talk about that in a minute because I didn't write it on my paper sheet. Crap. Sorry, I'm writing this down because y'all know I'm going to forget. Okay, so Mega Cruise Retreat in a Box. You need to register by Sunday, the 11th. This Sunday, you get over 150 in Stampin' Up! Merchandise. You're going to make a scrapbook, like an album, a 6x8 album. It is a not tropical, but sort of a beachy vacation album. Greeting cards and wall art. So, again, PDF, all the stuff. We're using the Boardwalk Fun bundle, the Beach Time bundle, the Easter Basket bundle, and the Nature's Symphony bundle. So you're making Easter cards, some nice, just elegant cards with Nature's Symphony, but a couple of them can be masculine. I mean, all of them can kind of, but we have ribbon and stuff. And then some fun beachy stuff. So register. Oh, let me show you the sneak peeks. Yeah. Register for that, though, by Sunday. And the link is out. It's been sent out. It's on the blog. I probably have another email scheduled to go out. And it'll be in tomorrow's email at 9 a.m. Central. Let's look at these sneak peeks. So these are 2 of the classes. Wall art, you're making 2 of those. 2 different ones. Easter and just real elegant. And then Easter basket, stamp a stack. You'll make 8 Easter cards. Super cute. And then this is the other stamp a stack where these can be more masculine cards. They're elegant. They're really beautiful cards. And then also the album, which we don't have a sneak peek of yet. So that is that one. And then let me go back to, if y'all have any questions on that, let me know. This cruise that we're going on at the end of this month, in about 2 weeks, basically. Let me look at the calendar. 3 weeks, I guess. 1, 2. No, it's 2 weeks. It's crazy. It's 2 weeks. Me and April are furiously working on all the stuff, cutting paper, gift packaging, making shirts, all the stuff. So that one goes out of Galveston and Margaret. And then the next cruise I'm going to tell you about in a minute. And everybody's going to go on that one, right? Yes. All right. No problem. Terry. Good morning, Ann Margaret, by the way. Cindy, good morning. Carmen, good morning. Cindy, thank you for sharing. And Beverly, good morning. Good to see you, Beverly. Did you get my email yesterday? I hope you got my email and it made sense. Let me know. Okay, bingo is coming up in, I forgot when. Let me look at my calendar or my graphic here. Bingo is in February, right? Yes, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. Central. This is on Zoom, so anyone in the U.S. can attend and participate. We will play bingo for door prizes, and then we will make our class projects together on Zoom. I make them. I tell y'all what I'm doing, and you can stamp along. Some people just sit and listen and chit-chat, and some people don't even stay for the stamping portion. So it's very... what's the word? Do whatever, like your own pace thing. I can't think. We're using the Easter basket bundle, so we'll be doing Easter projects. And of course, you'll have a chance to win prizes. So that's February 26th. You can register right now. Again, link is in tomorrow's email. It's on my blog right now. And I haven't set up all my emails for this event yet, but they're coming soon. What thought just went through my head that I needed to say? Or it's these samples here in front of me. What are they? What class is this? Oh, that's the paper share. I didn't show you the sneak peek of the paper share projects. I was looking down at the table and I'm like, there's something on here I forgot to do. Paper share, you're going to make 12 cards, y'all, if you add on the party. 12 different cards. You want to see a sneak peek? You want to see it? Okay, let me show you. Half designed by me, half by Alejandra Gomez. I think you're going to love these cards and the fact that there's a Facebook party and video for every single card. So you should join us in this Facebook party, right? Yes. So that's the paper share. You have to register by February 1st for this one. Guess this is the only thing I have a sneak peek for today over here to show you, I think. Besides that, I'm making the cards for Stamp a Stack today. Okay. Anyway, I got distracted because I saw that. How many are able to do the crafting cruise to Alaska? Oh, I don't remember the number, the limit. I don't remember. April and I have to look at how many tables they're giving us and then how many tables we need for classes versus cropping tables, etc. I don't remember what the number was, Julie, but that is a good point. Julie's asking what's the limit, like, because it can sell out. And yes, there is a limit to how many people. Good question. I don't remember though. Katie, good morning. Christina, good morning. Good to see everybody here again. Okay, so the next thing on my list, I have to look at these graphics, y'all, is the Alaska Crafting Cruise. So you can sign up for this cruise. It is in August 2027, August 2 through 9, 2027. You can register now. That gives you plenty of time to pay it off, which is nice about cruises. You can make little payments whenever you want, $100 here, $200 here, pay it all off, whatever. And then you have up until October, November, about 3 months before the cruise to pay it off. So now's a good time to register so that you give yourself plenty of time to pay it off. It's Quantum of the Seas. The crop room, thanks to my friend Sue for giving me this picture and circling in yellow there, the crop room is on deck 12 or 13. I looked it up yesterday. Now I keep getting mixed up, but it's either 12 or 13. It's right by the buffet. So that's perfect for us. We can run upstairs, or I think it's upstairs, get a buffet. I mean, get some food and bring it back down, assuming they don't have strict rules about food in the crop room there, or just run up and eat and come back down. That's the big Windjammer buffet. Anyway, there are windows in this crop room, so there's tons of light, and you get to look out and enjoy the ocean. And of course, thank you, Julie, deck 13. You get to enjoy the crafting portion. Now, anyone can come on our cruise and enjoy our cruise, what is that called? Group rate, but they don't have to add on the crafting portion. So bring all your friends and family, and just you can go get away from them at the craft room. You'll do an Alaska adventure, Sitka, Skagway, and Juneau, and you'll get to see the Edincott Arm and Dawes Glacier, right? And then we'll go to Victoria, which is in Canada, so you even get to go to Canada. And that's a beautiful city if you've never been. I've been on a few Alaska cruises, so I don't know if it's this exact one, but I've basically been on this cruise before, and of course the scenery and everything's going to be amazing. So that's it. Of course, it's going to include classes and demonstrations and all the stuff. So Seattle, out of Seattle, Washington, on August 2nd, Seattle, Washington. Good thing I should add that to my thing here. Rhonda. April is watching, y'all. She said, good morning. I think the cruise is for around 40 crafters. Of course, yes, no limit for non-crafters, but only about 40 crafters, which that's a number that can fill up quickly. So there you go. Carrie, good morning. Jackie's in. Woo! Yes, girl. Cannot wait. I know several people have told us they're in, so hopefully they're in. I don't want to call them out right now in case they change their minds, but Okay, so that's the crafting cruise. Sorry, I'll put it back here. It's very exciting, and I'm glad we got registration open with so much time for you to be able to pay it off, because Alaska can cost a little bit more than like a cruise out of Galveston to the Caribbean, right? But hey, it's worth it. Okay, links. You can sign up for that one right now. There will be a link in tomorrow's email. You can go to my blog and get the link right now. You can go to, I think it's on my blog, honestly. Let me check, but blog Alaska. or it's on Facebook. There's a Facebook event. So go to my business page, Jennifer Cotton Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and go to my events, and you'll find it there. All right, those are my events. And next up is other news. Hey, Lori, good morning in Minnesota. What's the weather? What's your weather there? And Margaret, you would be so down. Yes, girl. Get the info. Get the info. Meaning from our travel agent, because there's different pricings. My heater got hot. Depending on what kind of cabin you choose, location of the ship, all the stuff, you can save money that way. So it's not going to be the same price for everybody. The crafting portion is the same price, but not your cabin. Of course, more people in your room saves money, all the stuff. So there you go. Of course, April has the same necklace on today as me, of course, because we are literally like weird sister twins. We have the same date of birth, not year, but date of birth. And we're always doing things the same without any knowledge of each other doing that thing or wearing that thing or whatever. It's weird. Weird. Okay. And we do good cruises together. Okay. Good morning, April. And thank you. That is a lot of crafters. Yes, girl. We can't fit as many as some people because we do give you half a table for yourself, which some people like that. You know, you have different what's the word I'm looking for? Preferences. And but if you like having that personal space where you can leave all your stuff and have that landing station, then it's perfect for you. But then it restricts how many people we can have. Okay, let's go into specials and stuff so I can finally get to stamping today. Don't forget to sign up for my email newsletter. Another reason is you will get emailed out the recipe cards for all 4 cards that I'm making on today's video. Those will get emailed out. It's a one-time email. You got to get it or you'll never get it again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central. Recipe cards for all 4. And what are the recipe cards? It's a supply list and measurements. It is not step-by-step instructions. Ooh, Katie, yes. Katie, that would be awesome. 32, Lori says, in Minnesota, so not too bad. Gloomy, though. It's kind of, I feel like it's gloomy here. It seems dark today, but I don't think it's supposed to be, so. Terry, I did bingo details already. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to do replay on that. I gave the bingo details a couple of minutes ago. If you go to YouTube, you can rewind on while I'm live. If you go to YouTube, you can rewind while I'm live, which is a cool feature on YouTube, by the way. So yeah, join that email list so you can get the recipe cards and all the info. Okay. Our VIP catalog kickoff is going on now. This is an event for anyone who's ordered from me in the last 12 months or is a team member. If you did not receive the email invitation to join that group and you think you qualify, also for my club members. So if you have placed an order with me in the last year, that includes classes, but sometimes I miss you on classes on accident because tracking for that is more difficult. If you've ordered classes, if you've ordered Stampin' Up! Through me, or if you're a team member and you didn't get the invitation, make sure you email me email me the a request, right? What am I even talking about? VIP, to get on the VIP page. I read Terry's comment and I got distracted. Because we have had, they're all done. We did 14 different videos, 14 different people. We've got incredible feedback. There's a couple of techniques y'all don't want to miss on there, like some wow techniques. One involving foil. I'm not going to spoil it because you got to join the group. And one involving a fun fold. Those are like the 2 standout wows, but every single demonstration, I'm not going to say mine did, but all the other 13 had some nugget that you're going to love. right? And then it shows you the new product and details of it and things we didn't notice because none of us notice or figure out everything when we're just looking at the catalogs and the online exclusives. So if you qualify for that, let me know and I'll get you in. If you don't qualify, go place an order with me today and then you can qualify. No problem. So there you go. And make sure you join. And when you join the group, answer the questions or it will reject you. You have to answer the questions. There's 2 questions. They're simple. Okay, so VIP. And then that ends January 21st. We will close the group and you will not have access anymore. So get in there now. Everyone that did a video has also posted pictures of their samples and there is, or at least the sample they made on the video. And there is a guide section in the Facebook group to take you through everybody's video and samples. Okay, so hey Debbie, good morning to you. And Terry, sorry you're glitching out. Don't you hate that when you have bad internet? She says she's in a hotel, so it's glitching, which makes sense. It'd rather be on our cruise glitching out on internet. Yes, Terry, join us in Alaska because I haven't seen you in person in so long. But Terry, are you going to On Stage in March? Side note. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, side note, I'm just going to push On Stage in March. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, watch the video in Demonstrator Planning Place that was posted yesterday by Brian Pilling and Shannon West and somebody else. They showed us the bag. So cute. They showed us the gift, like the little stuff that goes in your bag, like the notebook and stuff, the pens, etc. And they talked about stuff. So go watch that video. And if you haven't registered, you can still register for On Stage. That is basically Stampin' Up's convention each year, and any demonstrator can go. You can join my team today and register for On Stage as soon as you're active. There's no title requirement or sales requirement or anything. And I just know like you're going to not regret going. So it's in Long Beach, California. Rhonda, okay, thank you. You sent me an email. Good. I can't see my emails right now, but thank you for emailing me, Rhonda. Okay, next up is bonus days. Bonus days are here. This only happens usually once or twice a year. They don't tell us when. Sometimes in the summer. They don't tell us ahead of time. But anyway, they're here right now for, I think, the first time in January. And this is a great time to bank some money. So not only do you earn product credits of 10% back on every order placed over $20, through February 2nd, you earn a $5 coupon for every $50 order placed, no limit. Now they don't combine past orders, so you got to do 50, 100, 150 increments. Don't do 45 plus whatever and think you're going to get it, because you don't. Oh, Robin, I was like, Robin, you can't pet sit for anybody during On Stage. I thought she was offering her services. Lisa. So Robin is a pet sitter. So she's telling you, get you a pet sitter. They will come to your house. Many of them are very affordable. Some are not, maybe. Depends on your budget. Anyway, Lisa, get a pet sitter, girl. They'll probably take better care of our pets than we do. I mean, I'm saying about me. Anyway, bonus days. Every 50, you get a coupon. No limit. You will save them all up. I was going to say you can save them all up, but you kind of have to, because we can't spend them until February 3rd, and then they expire in February 28th, however many days are in February this year. So do not spend them. Spend them in February. They expire on the 28th. And if you're a demonstrator, man, you can bank those. I mean, you can get so many because you can order for your events and classes and all the stuff. So it's a great promotion from Stampin' Up, and it's like you're getting double. So like I have here, the math, you get $5 coupons plus $5 rewards. So it's basically double, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. But just remember that the coupon portion expires next month and the rewards expire in a year. So you can save up those rewards. Okay. That's only through February 2nd on those bonus days. 16 dogs, Lisa. I mean, there's probably somebody that would do it though. Right, Robin? Okay. Lisa must be a very nice rescue kind of person, I bet. Okay, product of the month. Has everybody seen this? Da, 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 da. This stamp set is only $5 with a $75 purchase. Only $5. Of course, I got mine right away. Well, oh yeah. I'm like, why is this graphic here? Let me come back to that one. So let me put this on screen real quick. Only $5 with a $75 purchase while supplies last, and it's limit 1 per person. This, of course, is a photopolymer stamp set. There's a couple of samples there on the right. Well, there's 3 samples on the screen, actually. That's why I put these graphics there. The ones on the right, though, or one of them uses my favorite little beach boardwalk fun bundle. And then this is the stamp set. I actually haven't opened mine up yet and taken them out. Look how big they are. Ooh, big words. They are, let's see if they're the same size on the front or not. No, they're bigger in real life, larger. That says you can do anything. Oof, I should show this when the camera's down. But it's bigger than what's pictured on the front. So that is only $5 with a $75 purchase. Limit 1 per person, and only while supplies last. They will not be making more, no matter how much we ask. See? Oh, Robin said she did 10 dogs today for a greyhound rescue. That's not today, before. 10 dogs before. That's awesome. Seen and ordered. Yes, V. Yes, yes, yes. You just collect dogs, Lisa, still. You must love them very much. Speaking of pets, Brittany's not in here right now. She's on my bed right now. Okay. Product of the month, y'all. Amazing. Now, if you order through me, only with a $75 purchase, you don't even have to choose the product of the month if you don't want to. But if you place a $75 order from me in January only, January 2026, you will get the PDF tutorial with about 12 project ideas using fabulous sayings. These are different ideas than you'll see anywhere else. They're exclusive to this group, and these are your designers. Look at these amazing group of people here, including 2 from my team, woo woo. But these, we got some famous people in here, and these are your 12 designers, and you will get all 12 tutorials. And I say approximately because sometimes people have to leave design teams because of life, and sometimes people get added on. So around 12. And that's absolutely free. It'll get emailed to you the following month, and 12 project ideas with fabulous sayings, just with a $75 order with me in the month. Okay, I got one more screen of some samples here that were created by some Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that are the design team for product of the month. So you see different styles, different languages. They're all over the world. I don't know if I put language ones on here, but there were some. Anyway, I guess I chose all English, but I based it on my favorite cards, not the language. Anyway, so there's just more ideas for you. Obviously, a stamp set like this can match with any stamps you have, so that's perfect. Okay. Okay, what's next? Paper pumpkin. That's our monthly craft box in the mail. This makes a great gift for anyone because it's all inclusive. I'm holding up my hand about the size of the box. I forgot. Oh, it's right here. This is the box from December. You can register for January's box through the 10th. So 2 more days to get January's box. It will be, I believe we said Valentine themed. It's called Special Delivery. Now, I will say, I'm not going to call out anyone by name, but in my team crafting Zoom, we were discussing this, and someone said, ooh, it's Valentine's, I'm going to skip it. And I said, hold on. Let me show you the sneak peek video that's exclusive to demonstrators. And they showed us, Stampin' Up! Showed us some sneak peeks, and she said, oh, yeah, you're right, I do need it. So it's not hardcore Valentine this time. It's like flowers and optional words. And so it's not, and it's cards, not treats. So it's cards. I'm looking for my flyer thing. It's, they say it's postage stamp themed, but honestly, it was just more floral to me. But I don't know. They didn't show us the full project, so who knows? But that's why it's called special delivery. 9 cards, 3 each, 3 different designs with gold foil accents. If you're a demonstrator, you can access that video. There's a special Facebook group. But just, it was really awesome. So get that by the 10th. And if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber through me, you will get a different free tutorial. Did I show this? So special delivery, that's for January. Then February is spring. You can see it kind of matches up with our Easter stuff. And then March will be the hummingbirds. Okay, so tutorial bundle from me for alternative ideas using that January kit will get emailed to you in February if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber through me. Oops, that's old. We're not going to look at that. And so that's it. That is Paper Pumpkin. You can also do prepaid, and that counts to get the tutorials. And that's where you just pay a one-time fee for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So that's all on my website. Just go to my ordering website and go to Paper Pumpkin, and you'll see all your options. You can even gift those prepaid subscriptions. So there you go. All right. Lisa said she has had someone do it before, but that person just had surgery. Understandable. Okay. When I point the camera down, I do have some show and tell here. I'm looking like, oh no, I guess that's it. Yeah. So I have some show and tell, and then we'll get started making our projects for today. So I don't know why I'm putting the papers over there, though. I need them after the video, and that was not smart. Okay, let me point this camera down and then see what we have. Camera. All right, let me put this on. And this paper, I need to scooch over. Okay, so my team meeting was this past Saturday. We did it in person this month. We do a quarterly in person and stream it on Facebook, and then the other ones are on Zoom, so anyone can attend either. And but at the in-person one, well, either way, we always offer make and takes. You just take them to go if it's a Zoom meeting. And these were our team meeting make and takes. So some people did take it to go, and I mailed those yesterday. But for the in-person people, they got to stamp in person. And these are the 4 cards we made with that Valentine Kisses, I believe it's called, bundle. Super cute with the little bear. And then they get to stamp them in person. We don't necessarily assemble in person because we're too busy meeting and recognizing and watching stamping demonstrations and all that. We had an awesome Valentine stamping demonstration, by the way, as well. And then at the meeting, there's an optional swap. Thank you, Anne Margaret. And my team is well over 100 people. I forget the number, and this is how many people swapped. So obviously it's optional, and it can be mailed in if you're long distance or if it's a Zoom meeting. So I can't remember. Yes, one of these was by mail this month. So anyway, these are the swaps. This is by Mary Ann. This is the adorable new bug. Cute as a bug. I think it's called Sweet, I believe. Yep, Mary Ann made that card. She always does the inside of her cards. Mary Ann. This one is Emily. Super cute. Happy birthday. I love that color scheme. This is Elaine. That's the new Gears bundle. I forget the name, but it's got the gears on it. And that one is brand new, just came out. Elaine. This one is does not have a name on it, so I don't know who did it, but it's really cool. Look how she did, whoever it is. I know it was a female because currently my team only has one male and he didn't swap. Cut that DSP and then popped it up. That's just a very cool effect. This swap is also a contest where they can everyone at the meeting votes, or when it's virtual, everyone on Facebook votes, and the winner gets $20 in merchandise of their choice from me or product credits. And this was our winner, voted by everybody, and Robin made this card. And then here is this guy. Look, it's a little, I forgot what those are called, but wobble, I think. Wobble card. Martha made that one. So cute. Okay, wobble. There we go. Can y'all see it? Anyway, it does shake. It's super cute. Love that from Martha. I do not know who made this card, but I love it because that's my bundle right there. Love that one. This one's awesome. No name. I don't know who made it, but look at that with all this new love, made with love, I think, sweet bundle. Oh, wait, we do have a name. That was Yolanda. It won't stay Yolanda. And then this one does not have a name, but really cute. I believe that this is hand cut out from, yeah, the designer paper, the little 6x6 designer paper. Isn't that cute? So if you swap, when you're a team member, if you swap, you get back one of every design, which is amazing. So now everybody who swaps has all these samples to copy, give away, use, do whatever they want with. Okay, just while the camera's down here for a second, I will show this stamp set while it's pointed down. This is the one that's $5 with 75 or more purchase. Limit 1 per person, just to show you that size again. So you can do anything is right here, and here it is on the stamp. It's hard to show it, but it's bigger. Okay, there we go. Julie, you have to be in the VIP group for that. Hint, hint, VIP group. VIP group. Last one was Adele. Which one did I show last? I stacked them up funky, but the last card was Adele. Thank you, Marianne. Love that too. Robin's card, y'all. She demonstrated it in the VIP group. It's, I don't know what the technique is called. Robin's here. But it has foil on it. Obviously, I think y'all do that. That was dumb for me to say. But I do not know what it's called. Probably faux something. Faux metal. Stained glass. Thank you, Robin. Oh, it involves window sheets and Stampin' Blends and foil. It's not difficult. It's very easy. But if y'all get in that VIP group, you can see a whole video demonstration of it. I'm trying to read the comments just to make sure I didn't. It's nice to see that gear card. That stamp is something I would normally buy, but I like that card. Yes, Lori, exactly. Love swaps for that reason. Lisa also loves the gears. Elaine, if you're listening, getting props. Hold on, there's a stupid thing on my screen. Blocking my view. Thanks, Anne Margaret. Okay, bundle for today's cards. This is my Stamp-A-Stack class, so you can join the club or take the class as a single by January 11th. That's the deadline to sign up. And okay, VIP group is with for my customers. So VIP, if you've ordered with me in the last year, taken a class. So if you did take a class from me and I didn't send you the invite, let me know. And club members and team members in the last year. Well, you have to be a current team member, but ordering class and club in the last year. 1 year. So if you did any of those and I did not send you the invite, like Rhonda said earlier, I did not send her one, which I understand why, because she does paper shares and stuff. And that's harder for me to, I'm drying this. That's harder for me to track. send me that email so I can invite, or send me a message or an email or whatever, and I'll send you the invitation if you actually qualify. Okay, Lisa, wall art. I'm not sure what your question is, but wall art is going to be Valentine this month, and you can register right now through Sunday, just like this class. Sunday is the deadline to register. Okay, Lovely Arrangements Bundle. This one's very popular. This stamp set went unorderable. It will be back in stock. Let me look real quick. I wrote it down over here. January 26th is the estimated date to be back in stock for the stamp set. But so I'm assuming it's very popular. These dies are amazing. So Lovely Arrangements is, and I should have already shown this, like all the details on a previous video where I went through all my new product. But it is a stamp set with 2 flowers. They're both outlined. One is open. I don't know what kind of flower this is. Or one's like the top view with 5 petals. They're outline images with lines drawn for detail on each petal, and then like a detail center is drawn. And I know that's not what it is, but it's a bunch of dots and lines, kind of like a dandelion, but it's the center of the flower. And I'm just giving that description for my visually impaired customers. And then the same flower, but like a side view. So some of the petals are just the side and same center and everything. So those are both outlined, but then the leaf that comes with this one is solid, and you don't have to color that in. You pretty much cannot color it in. It's super solid, and just the veins would be no ink. And it's 3 leaves. 1 stem comes up, and then 3 leaves come off of it. And then the words are really nice in this bundle. They are, we have all caps in a straight line, 3 of them, just a note, happy birthday, and you are so lovely. These are pretty small, and they fit on a, I'm going to check sizing here. They fit on a really small label in the dies right here. And then in cursive, we have so very much. And then in more of like a fancy serif font, we have sending smiles, which these are the biggest of the fonts. Sending smiles, always here, and then for you is below it in cursive. Hello, friend, thank you, and love you. And kind of like some of them are in italics, sort of like hello, thank, and love are sort of italics. So anyway, it's a really nice font, or a really nice set with lots of words. You can mix and match. And then in the dies, there are 2 label dies to die cut out the words. There's, again, this really small, like it's got to be, thank you, Lisa. I think I just felt my watch buzz. 1/4 of an inch tall rectangle for those 3 words. Just a note, happy birthday, you're so lovely. And then there's this nice long, what we used to call word window, a long rectangle with rounded ends, so kind of ovalish. 3, is that, it's a little less than 3/4 of an inch tall by 2 3/4 long label that pretty much all the other words fit in. So it's amazing. Okay, so that we have those 2 dies. Then we have two dies that create backgrounds. One, it cuts out this image, which is 4 circles, 4 1/2-inch circles. Let me say that different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 4 1/2-inch circles all connected to each other. So that's just a really cool background image that you can use several different ways. You can make a scallop border out of it. You can make it be a frame in itself and cover up the middle part, and you can use it as a background like I did today. And then this piece here, I didn't use it on today's cards, but I did use it in another class in the paper share where we cut it. This just cuts little keyholes, like little 4-petal flower keyholes in a pattern in cardstock. It is, the die is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4, but it only cuts those holes, not the edges. So you can just put openings in your card. Then, of course, you can die cut out the 3 decorative images, the leaves and the 2 flowers. And then there are 2 standalone leaf dies. One is a single and one is 2 leaves. And, of course, when you cut those out, you're going to get the little veins cut into them, and they look really cool. They're about the same scale as the leaves from the stamp, so you can mix and match. All right, so those are the dies. There's 9 dies. Lovely arrangements. And it's awesome. This is, by the way, an online exclusive, right? The dot on there. Yes. So you won't find these in the new mini catalog. They are in, whoops, I'm going to need those dies anyway, so that's fine. They are in the online store. And I have linked on my blog, stamptherapist.com, this brochure. It's on the right-hand side. If you're looking on a phone, you need to click View Web Version to see my blog properly. And anyway, this is, we can now look at these on video. Here's the suite right here. So you can get the whole suite for $89.50, although when the stamp set comes back. Otherwise, right now, you can purchase everything else except the stamp set. Oh, and part of this suite is this embossing folder. It's called Lovely Stripes. It's 6x6. I am going to use it on a project today. 6x6, and it puts these lines that have dots on them and then skinny lines above and below. Very detailed, fancy little lines or stripes folder. Okay, and then they also include in this bundle the cloud cover textured ribbon. I am not using that on my projects today. Instead, I'm using this ribbon, which is also new. It's a Secret C faux, I think it's faux, let me see what it's called. No, bordered open weave ribbon. Bordered open weave ribbon, it's Secret C. I'm using that today, but this cloud cover is gorgeous. Looks amazing with them as well. And the Moody palette dots right here. Oh, well, speak of the devil, Lisa, I was about to tell you she's asleep, but here she is. Come here. Come here. Put your feet in the video. Moody palette dots. They're awesome. They are very shiny. They're pretty flat, so for your projects won't be too bulky. And they are cloud cover, old olive, Secret C, and white. And you get small and large in the set. Oh, pretty. Oh, pretty. She just woke up. She just woke up from her like 3rd nap of the day since she woke up. Right, Rudy? Right, Rudy? Oh my goodness. Goodness. Yeah. Okay. So, that is the suite. Now, I'm going to make the cards. I have to get rid of Rudy, though. Of course, hold on. I just want to do this because I can. We can order everything from this catalog now, and I'm allowed to open it and show the pages if I'm allowed to, but Rudy doesn't want me to. So many cute things in here. So there you go. All right. No. Ugh. Do you know how long it took me to get that camera set up straight? Goodness. Oh, and the paper. I didn't show the paper because she was sitting on it. That's my excuse anyway. Okay. The paper is called Lovely Florals, right? No, Lovely Blossoms. Dang it. Lovely Blossoms. Silly girl, right, Jiggly? She needs loves. Lisa has 7 cats, 2 rag dolls. Love it. I have to look up what a rag doll is. I don't know. I'm sure I know, but I don't know. Okay, let's look at this paper real quick. Now, I definitely should have already described this paper on previous videos, so I'll do it quickly. This one is, if I remember correctly, Lovely Blossoms is the one that comes with 3 each of 4 designs. So you get 3 of this pattern. Old olive, like a linen-y on the one side, and then petal pink with background with white flowers and blue leaves on the other. You get 3 of those. Get 3 of these. It's a nice Secret Sea background with little diamonds all over it in a light whitish, off-whitish color with a little dot in the middle of those diamonds. And then the back is crumb cake with tiny, tiny white flowers all over it with crumb cake centers. That's another one. 3 of those. This one, the pattern is cloud cover background, some cloud cover leaves, old olive leaves, white flowers with Secret Sea details. Small format on that. And in the back is petal pink with these little petal pink like the eyelet pattern in a small format all over, and some distressing. I can't remember now if I need this piece of this paper, but I might, so I'm going to keep that one out. Okay, so that's that one. And then last but not least, because there's only 4 designs in this pack, but 3 of each. We have these stripes of cloud cover, so some kind of fancy pinstripes, and then a thick distressed stripe, and then cloud cover, and then stripes. And the stripes are the darker cloud cover. The background is lighter. And the back is this sheet, which I feel like I heard what you call these recently, and now I already forgot. But it's one of those sheets that has several squares or rectangles on it of one single design that you can cut apart, I should say. So either 6 by 4, 3 by 4, or 2 by 2. And then you can use that basically on a scrapbook page, on a card front, etc. And speaking of, that's what I'm going to do on card number 1 right here. So put that aside and we will get started with the first one. Move this out of the way. Okay, so card number one. I'm trying to remember if I answered everyone's questions also. Side note, I feel like I had one that I was like, oh, I'll do that in a minute. And let me find my packet. Sorry, didn't put these in the correct order. Okay, card number 1. I'm going to go back for a second. Had it in my cart, but it got removed. Yes, Rosemary. Dang it. But yes, it'll be back in stock later this month. This bundle was in your cart too, and Margaret. Now you're going to have to wait. Sorry. I get that from you. I don't think I got the invite. Okay, Lisa, no problem. You said you sent me a message, right? So hopefully we'll be good. Snippets is what they're called. Snippets. Okay, cool. Hopefully I can remember that. What's happening on my phone? My watch. Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. This card number 1, the card base is crumb cake. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. You just take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. That will give you 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. They'll both fit into the invitation size envelope. Easy peasy. No complicated measuring. And you fold it in half or score it in half and then fold. I like to fold with my bone folder here. So I align the 2 corners on the table, rest it against my thumbnail, and then do the creasing as much as possible just with the bone folder, not my hand. That will give you less wrinkles on the inside. This will be a portrait up and down card. Now for Stamp a Stack class, of course, you're going to cut your own designer paper. But we will cut for you this Secret Sea cardstock. It is die cut out, but it's very large with the Textured Notes dies. These dies right here, Textured Notes. That's the largest die back there of Textured Notes. And then the next layer is going to be from that sheet. I do not think the oval image here will work. These are the 3 large ones, the 4-inch by 6-inch images on this designer paper, the snippets, as I think Lori told me to say that. Anyway, there's one that's a white background with a large oval of Secret Sea and then some flowers on it. It's really pretty, but I think what we're doing is too small and it's too close to the oval and it would look silly. So anyway, what I did was I took my dies, sorry, textured note dies, and the second from the largest, and die cut out the two other more rectangular floral images. The other one you'll see when I show my other card. So the other one is petal pink background with white flowers and blue leaves. This one is a crumb cake, like linen texture background with large white flowers and large green leaves all over, and then cloud covered detail on the flowers and secret sea centers. Both pieces are going to work fine for what I will cut for you for the base. And then, yeah, so that's it. So you could cut these apart and then die cut them, which is really what I would recommend, but I wasn't sure 100% if this was going to be the final card, so I cut them while they were still attached and ran them through the die cut machine this way. Now, if you don't have these dies and you take this to go, don't worry. You just cut this out with the measurements I'll give you in the instructions, which will also be, these measurements are in the PDF tutorial that will get emailed out tomorrow morning. So make sure you're on my email list, not tutorial, PDF recipe card tomorrow with the measurements. Brittany came back. Okay, she thought she could just sneak there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So if you don't own the die at home, don't worry. Just cut it out as a rectangle instead. Just cut around it. Okay. So we have that piece. See, that's just like a pretty card. I meant to give myself a scrap of white for this. So hold on. I'm just going to grab one here, trim it down. This is a little bigger than needed. But for your greeting, we're probably going to have you die cut it out after you stamp. So we're going to use Secret Sea ink. You only need 2 colors of ink for this class, black and Secret Sea, and then a couple of blends. Secret Sea here. And my greeting, for the in-person, there'll be lots of choices. And of course, if you're stamping at home, you can do whatever word you want. But I'm going to stamp, actually, I don't know what I'm going to stamp. Let me look at my other samples. I'm going to do Hello Friend just to be different than my other card. But again, most of the greetings, Brittany is literally on my stamp set. I'm going to stamp Hello Friend in Secret Sea right in the middle of this white scrap. Excuse me. Pretty much all of these greetings will fit in that oval die. Okay. Then you're going to die cut it out. So let me grab my die again, which is under. No. If she's on top of something and I pull it out from under her, she bites me. Like, she gets mean on that part. We're going to die cut it out with this one. I think I need this one too later, and the leaf. I'm going to do a lot of die cutting today because I didn't have time to pre-do stuff. Hold on. I'm going to use my gift from myself. My gift from myself. And put these dies on here. This was a retreat gift, I think. Or maybe cruise. Oh, this was a cruise gift last year, actually. Okay. Okay. I'm going to die cut this out. And I'm going to do this toward the floor to get that little dimensional back off there. I don't want to touch it and get ink on myself. Okay, so I'm going to die cut out the words. Long story short. Make a little space. Okay, I got my die cut machine. It's the big one. You put your, I don't recommend taking this off of the machine, but I'm doing it so I can show you. Put your paper on here, run it through long and skinny. Not this way, because then it could get bumped out of place when this long thing hits the pressure. Long and skinny is always going to cut better and have less shifting. But I do all of this while it's sitting right here on my machine. Like that. And then I put the top plate on top. Of course, I have one plate that I don't cut on. I'm going to center this properly, which is my top plate that I do not cut on to keep my plates straight. I love the hello friend sentiment. My friends and I say it every time we see each other. That's awesome. V. So there it is. Hello friend. Yeah, and that's a good one for just like a generic greeting for whatever. And then we need our ribbon. We're going to put this card together in our dots. Okay, so I attached the back piece, the Secret C flat. That. And then to the crumb cake card base. And then my designer paper, I'm going to put on dimensionals. Again, it's just a rectangle of, or from that snippet of designer paper. I'm going to put about 9. I'm using my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which are temporarily not orderable, but they're coming back this month. You can use any size you want, but I prefer the minis for everything. But I am putting 9, which is more than I normally would, and I'm sure a lot of you would put even more. But this is thinner designer paper versus cardstock, so I'll allow it if you put a couple more, this time only. Okay, being funny. That goes right in the center. Then we're going to tie a bow with this ribbon, the Secret C, what I call it, bordered open weave ribbon. You do a bunny ears bow. You can tie whatever kind of bow you are able to. 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between. You can't be all tight like this side by side because it won't work. Lots of space in between, an ear in each hand, left and right. I'm holding it so that my finger and thumb are pointing at me from each hand, and the ribbon is completely flat. If I let it go, there's no twists and turns. And then I'll take that right loop and cross it over the left one. So I'm assuming I'm right-handed for this. Right over left. Push that right loop or bunny ear down into the rabbit hole and pull. Apparently, like we teach kids to tie their shoes, except I did not ever tie my shoes that way. But side note, I made this too long. I don't want to waste that much ribbon. I made that one loop too long, or the one tail too long. Okay, and then we tie our bow. Fix it, of course, however, pull whatever you need to. This ribbon is super thin. It's very sheer, completely see-through. So your words will show through it if it goes over your greetings or anything. Even the images will show through it. But because it's so thin and sheer, it ties really tight in the middle. So it won't be a thick knot. Trim it off. No waste on the one side since I left it on the roll. By the way, this class, of course, you get over $20 in merchandise. You'll be getting your own ribbon, your own embellishments, your own designer paper. Mini glue dots. Look at her biting me. Evidence. It's on camera. It's on camera. Why are you biting me? You gonna bite me? And now she's like, no, I would never. Oh, look at that. Okay. Don't get mad. She has a mad face. Mini glue dot. Peel the paper back until you see one dot. Fold the paper down. Now you can push that dot really firmly into the packaging. Push this off the table. And then we're going to put the bow under the corner of the greeting. We're going to figure out where we want it on this card. Get it at an angle, left corner. So I think I do want it down here. I thought yesterday I might want it somewhere else, but no. Okay, so the bow will go bottom leftish corner, and then I'll add a little adhesive to the back left of the greeting, and then dimensionals to the right. Just a couple there. And then when I put this greeting down toward the bottom, but not all the way, and definitely more toward the right, it'll lay on top of that bow. So this is a very simple card, very easy. Add some dots from the Moody palette. Dots, whatever they're called. Moody palette. Grab my take a pick tool. And I think I will do these secret seed dots on this card. But I'm not going to press hard in case I want to move them. I'm going to put them in a different spot than my other card. This card could easily go landscape also. Very easily you could make this be landscape instead, because the flowers don't really have a direction necessarily. I'm going to put two large and small at the top right and a small at the bottom left. And that's because of how the flowers lay out on this one. But let me show you the other card. So when you make this class, your other card will be a different pattern. Well, I guess you're going to have 2 sheets of paper, so you could make them both the same if you want. But if you use the 2 from that snippet, you'll have the 2 different patterns. And there you go. And I put sending smiles on that one. So that is card number 1. Card number 1. And I'm going to try to get ready down. It's not working for me, really. Not really working for me. And card number 2. Card number 2. All right. Card number 2 here. We've got a basic white card base, 5.5, 8.5, half sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We're going to fold it in half, just like before. The bone folder is so you don't get as many wrinkles in your paper, by the way. And then the next layer, this will be portrait, is Secret C. Again, these measurements will be emailed out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central. Again, you'll cut your own designer paper, but the next layer is this petal pink designer paper with the little eyelet image all over it as a graphic background. And then the next layer is a smaller piece of designer paper. It's the Secret C background with the diamonds all over it. And that's a little, it's about half the height of the other paper and a little smaller. So that's going to go at the bottom of this card, or at the bottom of the front on the designer paper. And I'm going to tie ribbon around this designer paper, and I don't want to forget, so I'm going to lay it here so I don't forget, because I always forget that. Okay, then we will have pre-cut 2 labels here. These are from the, where did I put them? The Amazing New Beautifully Celebrated dies, which have these awesome labels that are sort of ovalish, but very fancy decorative edges on the ovals. This is the second from the largest in Secret C, and then the next one down in basic white of these labels. So you got to get Beautifully Celebrated, at least the dies, if not the whole bundle. The dies almost can stand alone, though. There's 2 stamped images from that other bundle. These are some corners that I really want to use, but I haven't yet. And they'll be great in scrapbooking too. Anyway, Beautifully Celebrated. You got to get those. Okay. And then a scrap of basic white. Now, there's also going to be a scrap of white for this class, but I haven't had time to stamp it out yet to figure out how big it needs to be. So I'm just going to grab some of my scraps. But you will have, I need more. Hold on. You will have a large sheet of white, and I will stamp it out and take a photo for the instructions to show you how many flowers to stamp and what size and everything. But it's fine. For this card, and I'm using Memento Black, we need 2 of the big flower and 1 of the half flower in black. We're going to die cut them out and color them. So 2 of the big ones. Well, it's Memento Black. So on the regular Memento Black pad, you can press hard. Mine's a foam one that I made, so I'm pressing gently. And then 1 of the half ones. And then I'm going to die cut all 3 of these out. I actually already have 2 of these die cut out because I forgot I had extras that I had made when I was designing, not knowing what I was going to do. So I'm just going to die cut this one out right now. To save time, I will do it off camera, but I will put this paper down on my cutting plate. I will align the die on the plate like that, and then I'll put the top plate on and cut it. So let me do that off camera. Since I cut the other thing on camera, hopefully that's okay. Okay, so I'm stamping these in Memento Black. There will be a 3rd flower here. And then I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends. But I learned this from Alejandra, and I'm sure there's samples online and all the stuff. But how she did it, she just outlined the detail lines on the flowers and kind of was done with it. And I said, I like it. I like it. So I'm taking my dark petal pink and just literally tracing the detail lines that are in the center of each petal or drawn on each petal. And that's how I'm coloring this. All 3 of these, I already have one done here, are petal pink. And it's just that detail line only. Now I did do a little line at the bottom of that half flower in the front here and a little there. So let me bring that up close. Dark petal pink is what I used. So that's what it looks like. And it's very similar to how they're colored in a lot of the designer paper. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Thank you. Cheryl said she enjoyed the kickoff party, y'all. We are going to use Wink of Stella on this class, just on the flower centers. So flower centers, I doubt you'll be able to see this on the video, but it adds sparkle to any project. You do have to be careful because it's wet, like it's water-based, so it can make your ink bleed. And Memento Black is water-based, and these markers are alcohol-based. That's why we use the water-based black ink. But just be careful. If you get it too wet with this, it could bleed. Let it dry a second. And what else? With our regular inks, like Secret Sea, whatever you name it, the ink definitely could bleed with these. But you can paint directly on designer paper. Actually, I forgot I was supposed to do the center of these flowers too on card 1. Y'all know I always forget Wink of Stella. But I did the center of the flowers. Again, I can see it in person, but I don't know that you can see it a little. It looks kind of pearlized on camera. Wink of Stella on those flowers. Okay. So that's my flower. So quick and easy coloring. I love that technique from Alejandra. And then for my greeting, I'm going to stamp in Secret Sea. So all my words will be Secret Sea in this class. I'm going to do something different on this card. I'm going to do Happy Birthday, I think. Which, by different, I mean it's different than my other sample. So Happy Birthday, long and skinny on this little scrap. And what is my side note? Side note, these colors labeled on these, if you're reading them, may not match what I'm stamping in. They're labeled for my class that's Saturday. They're labeled for Saturday's class, not for what I'm making right now. So I'm using these stamps Saturday on completely different projects, and then we will use them on Sunday, next week, different. Okay, so look, I'm going to go die cut out Happy Birthday with this long skinny one. Hopefully I'll do this right. Stepping aside. Okay, I had to concentrate for that. Of course, if you make sure y'all do them long and skinny so they don't shift as much, and definitely, well, I'm not even going to say that right now, but anyway, long and skinny, run it through the machine this way instead of this way to help shifting. And of course, you can use a sticky note or washi tape or something like that to hold it down as you run it through your machine. Okay, so there's my greeting. Next is assembly. No. Oh, shoot, I lied. Sorry. That's what I get for not making my sample. There was something else to stamp and die cut out. In Secret C, I messed up. It is the leaves. Two of them. This super solid leaf. So to get a really solid image when you stamp with a solid stamp like this, you got to do a few things. One, make sure your ink pad is inked up well, which I always test first. I don't just re-ink it. But two, ink up your stamp only by touching it to the pad. That's where you get the most ink. I should do the demonstration here. I hate doing that though, but I'll try to do it. If you press, I'm going to take this ink off. If you press really hard, I hate to do it. The ink is more, it's not even, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's not evenly distributed because literally physics, it's getting pushed off because you're pushing it down into a smushy thing, and that's doing that. And you can, other things can happen too. So anyway, people do that and then stamp it. Now watch this one look good. No, it doesn't look good. I knew it wouldn't. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but first of all, we have too much ink in the lines here and not enough ink here. So lots of things can happen when you push too hard. Look how much ink is in there. And usually it gets on the edges too. I have to really make myself press hard because I don't like to do that. So this is the same for any stamp we carry with our foam pads, but especially a thick, solid one like this. If you want a good image, I'm just going to tap this on paper to take off the wet. You have to tap it only to where only the stamp is touching the ink. And then another tip is you can move it all around the pad. I like to, especially for one this solid, I like to go to the corners where that ink is sitting there that nobody's been using. And then nice and firm, of course. And you should get a much better image than that. So Stampin' Up! Paper, Stampin' Up! Ink pad. Make sure it's inked properly. You can re-ink our pads. The ink refill will last you years because you only re-ink it when needed. Inking gently and stamping, holding it firm for several seconds, and a nice hard surface, whether it's this one or the Stampin' Pierce mat, which is a foam, but it's firm. If your table is super flexible, soft, bumpy, irregular, etc., you're not going to get as good of a stamped image. Okay, I'm going to die cut these two out. This die, I'll show you here. It's the mess. I don't want to bring the machine over. This hole is not for ejection. It's for alignment. So you should be able to see whatever color you stamped in through the hole. And second of all, Robin said, yay, wink of Stella. Speaking of, I'm glad you said that, Robin. Let me do it right now. Center of the flowers. Just center of every flower. Did I do it already? Oh, I did. We're going to double it up. I'm going to forget it. Okay, so that's for alignment only. This one is for ejection. You need to eject that paper after. I'll show you. So let me cut these out and come back. Of course, I have to try to align this well, so I can't do it crazy fast. So here's one, and that little piece did fall out, but if it sticks in there, make sure you poke it out with a piercing tool or a toothpick or something. Let me do my next one. I do always cut my images apart before I die cut them out. Side note. So see, that one's stuck in there. Maybe I'll magnet here. Oh yeah, that got it. Just make sure you clean that out every time, so because otherwise it'll get jammed in there, and then your blade can't reach and cut, and it can also damage the blade eventually. Okay, there we go. There's our 2 leaves. Okay, now we have all the pieces, I think, for this card. We've colored. We've done it all. Super simple. We have word choices. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to attach this smaller designer paper to the bottom of the larger designer paper, and it's just about an 1/8 inch border all the way around. Mine's not perfect there, but you know, good enough. Then tie the ribbon. See, I was about to glue it. Then tie the ribbon. Now, if you forget, just tie it around this blue piece. It's fine, but tie it around one or the other. So this ribbon, I'm going to bring it all the way around, the same ribbon, of course. I'll just so y'all can see. I'm going to bring it all the way around, left to right, center of the designer paper, and I'm going to make a bow on the side, the right hand side. So I'm going to get this ribbon to the point where you need someone to hold their finger there, and I'm going to grab my reverse tweezers, which are, yes, these are from the Embossing Editions toolkit. You can also get any reverse tweezers, but they will help you hold that paper. Now you have 2 hands free to tie a bow. This is just a regular bow, a normal, nothing's fancy. This is how I learned to tie my shoes bow. Nobody taught me the easy way. It's fine. Honestly, I don't even remember learning to tie my shoes, so it doesn't matter. But whatever. Fix your bow, of course, obviously. And then trim your ribbon down. And thank you, Mary Ann. I read your comment a second ago. She said something about that I give good tips. You always give great tips and reminders. Thank you very much. Me and Mary Ann had a little fight on the kickoff, but it's okay. We know not to take it personal. We had a little disagreement about thick white versus thin white or regular white. And I'm just kidding, Mary Ann, of course. Okay, now I will be able to slide this over if I need to, this bow, before I make it permanent on the card, but there it is. Next, I will attach the white die cut label to the Secret Sea one, flat. Yes. Then I'm actually gonna, I could have done this before actually, but it doesn't matter which order. I'm gonna attach this flat behind the ribbon. I'm just waiting to make sure, although on this card it's probably fine. I'm just making sure I don't want to move that ribbon over to the left or right before I glue it to the next piece. Basically just center that label under the ribbon. And then I'm going to take these flowers and make a little arrangement with the flowers and leaves. I'm looking at my other sample. The 2 larger flowers on the top right, the the half flower coming out here on the bottom left. I'm going to tuck one of the 3-leaf images between the 2 large flowers, and the other one will come out from under the bottom right flower. But I do want to glue all this together before I put it on here because it's going to go on with dimensionals as one piece. But what I want to see real quick is that bow in my way. It's not, so I'm good. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base now. So I'm attaching this designer paper, this Stamp and Seal, to the Secret C cardstock. And then that will go on my white card base. This is card 2 of my Stamp-A-Stat class this month. This class is available for purchase right now, or you can join the club right now. The club is awesome. You'll be a club member. You'll get a discounted price. You'll get to receive a gift after 6 consecutive months, but you can cancel anytime. Don't worry. Okay, so there's that part. Then let me make this little flower thing I said I was going to make. So attach these 2. I'm not going to press too hard here with my adhesive. That way, if I want to adjust things, I can, but I'm still going to use Stamp and Seal. So I've got like the 2 larger flowers, then that smaller one. Then let me just put a little adhesive on the bottom of one of my leaves and tuck it between the 2 large flowers. That's just to give interest, by the way. And then tuck this other one down here. But let me see if I like that layout. My greeting is going to go down here toward the bottom. I think that'll work. I think it's a little different than my other one, but it's fine. Oh my goodness gracious. I messed up on the coloring of these cards. These flowers. Well, we'll just try it out here in a minute. Okay, so I got my flowers how I want them now. Let me add my dimensionals. So I meant to color the center of the flowers yellow. I swear I looked at the sample and said, oh, it's not yellow when I was demonstrating just now. But apparently I didn't look right, or I imagined that I did that. I don't know. My fear is that if I color on top of that Wink of Stella, it's going to get glitter all over my thing, but I'm just going to chance it. And if so, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to place these flowers up here toward the top of the label, kind of across or covering up part of the label, cascading down toward the left. And then my greeting, it's going to rest partially on these raised up leaves. Again, it's a little different positioning than my other card, and we'll leave it that way so you can see that like whatever yours ends up being is fine. 2 dimensionals on the right, 2 minis. They fit perfectly on the skinny, skinny label. And then adhesive on the left. And yeah, this one's totally different. You know what? I want to put it lower. I'm just going to put another dimensional on the left. And I'm doing that because of how this card laid out. Put it right down there. Fill in that space. I'm actually going to do my dots different on this version as well. It's fine. Okay, let's see what happens. So this is Light Daffodil Delight Stamp and Blend, and it was for the center. Yeah, I'm scared. But I meant to color it on the ink paper was to dot it around, because the center is like a lot of dots and lines, but just dot it like that. Dot, dot, dot. With the fine point, bullet point. I mean, it's coloring fine. I just don't know if it's picking up glitter, but whatever, it's fine. It is better with the yellow centers, don't y'all think? She's fine. Okay, so yeah, so there's that. It looks good. It'll be a little different than my other one. Let me grab my dots, Moody palette. I'm going to use the Secret C again. I'm going to find a bigger pick tool. And I'm going to fill in this blank space down here. I'm going to put 2 there. Small and large. I think I'll do small and large up here also. I like to barely touch them on there so I can shift them around if I want. Perfect. Okay, so it's a slightly different than the other card, and that's fine. Let's look at both. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Card number 2. Marianne, don't lie. Marianne is a liar. She said thick wins. I don't know that there was a winner. Okay, I didn't go back and count the votes. Can y'all see the Wink of Stella in the center? The yellow definitely looks better. Don't forget to do your yellow first, though. So I just positioned this a whole lot lower. Obviously, if I was taking my time in a class, I would be better about the positioning, but I think this looks fine too. So there you go. Card number 2 of the Stamp Stack. Now, card number 3. Card number 3. 3 and 4 are my favorites. I like them all, of course, but I had to pick a favorite. 3 and 4. Thank you, Lisa. All right. So we got this color cloud cover as our card base. Whew. Quite a mess up there. Cloud cover is my card base. And let me fold that in half. Then my next layer is basic white that has been embossed with the, I already forgot the name, stripes, lovely stripes. I think it's called Lovely Stripes. Embossing folder, Lovely Stripes, $11, found in the online store right now. And a note on this folder, in general, when you emboss this folder, this direction, I don't know how to say that, but the stripes go left to right and top to bottom, add 1/8 of an inch because it shrinks the paper. Then sometimes it doesn't randomly, but this one shrunk down and you can see it looks normal. So instead of 5 1/4 tall, I cut it at 5 3/8 and it shrunk down. It's just because of how this folder is. Anyway, okay, so basic white is your next layer, embossed and the stripes go across. Then we have a layer of designer paper. It is a strip to go across the very center of the card. It's the one that's a cloud cover background, and then it has cloud cover and old olive small leaves with white flowers and Secret C details on those flowers. That's going to go right across the center. Again, measurements go out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. Then you will use your scraps to stamp some flowers on. We need a small and a large. And then also, I'm trying to get the scrap here. I'll just use this. Then also in your packet will be a piece of, this is Secret C 2-tone cardstock. This piece right here is Secret C, just to show you. We're going to have the light side facing front. That's the dark side. Secret C 2-tone cardstock with the light side facing front. This is a rectangle to go on the front of the card here. And again, measurements will be emailed out tomorrow in those recipe cards. Okay, then we die cut for you the background image with the circles. So they're actually all connected. So it's one piece, but it's 4 across and 6 down of 1/2-inch circles. So there are these cute little diamonds in between them that are curved. You know, the 4 sides are curved because of the circles. And those are really cute if you want to save them and use them for something else. But we might, because Scott doesn't like to do it this way with this one, but I do. So it might or might not be cut on a dryer sheet for you. But this is just a tip if you're cutting this at home yourself. I like to do it on a dryer sheet because then I don't have to pop all of these rectangles or diamonds out of the die or off of my cutting plate. I can just peel this die cut piece off here, pop them out, and I'm ready to go. So that's a tip if you want to use it for yourself, but make sure you use a unscented, everything free dryer sheet, and then it won't like get junk all over your cutting plates or dies or whatever. Okay, and then so we have that, and see how it's darker than the light side of Secret. See there? You got a scrap of white for the greeting and a scrap, you'll have some kind of scrap for your flowers. Okay, so this card is, sorry, the greeting, I meant to say, well, the greeting I intend to use is this one, this guy right here, the oval. So any of those words that fit in that oval will be good. I'm over here looking for my ink pad. It's in a different spot than I usually put it. But I'm going to stamp always here for you, which is the same as on my other card. But I just love how this font is so much. Because always here, always is sort of italics, I think. Anyway, and then here, they're lowercase, fancy serif, and then for you is below it to the right in cursive. It's just so pretty. So, and it's a nice greeting. Okay, so we're gonna die cut that out, and then the two flowers, one of each, black. I mean, of course, black, small and large. This one is not yellow in the center. I'm gonna state that. The last card is, I need two small and one large. Also not yellow in the center. So just getting ready for the last card also. They're all black. All the flowers will be stamped in black. So just that one flower has a yellow center. Side note. Scissors. How are we doing over here? Where do you get your dryer sheets? Oh, good question, Marianne. I wish I could be like, oh, use my Amazon link, but you're going to get the best deal over at Walmart. These are really cheap. Great value, hypoallergenic, free and delicate dryer sheets. And of course, for me, I order Walmart online and have it delivered to my to my house. So simple. Free of fragrance and dyes. Very important. There you go. Okay, so right now I'm just going to die cut out these two flowers, and I'll die cut out the other ones when I make the other card just to save time. Right now, like whatever. And I will be able to use this one on the next card because it's pink. This card is not pink. So let me die cut these out and this greeting out. Again, I'm going to step aside and do that just to not waste the time of clearing off the space and everything. Okay. Grab my readers though, because lots of images over here. Uh-oh. Thought I heard Brittany jump up there. Okay. Aligning the flowers. I gotta concentrate. Ready? No. Oh, ma'am. Sorry. Should have known. Move then. Okay, I got them aligned. Let's try to keep them there. How stressful, worrying that she was going to come over here. All right. And then the coloring on these flowers is just the same as before, but with cloud cover. Cloud cover. And no. Pretty no. And no yellow center. Okay, so let me do that. We will do Wink of Stella in the middle. Gonna grab the bullet point and just trace each line that Stampin' Up! Drew for a detail. And I think I was saying this earlier, but Memento Black is water-based and these markers are alcohol-based, which is what you want so that the inks don't blend together. So if you stamp in alcohol ink and color in alcohol ink, they could smear and blend together because that's the whole purpose of the lens. They're alcohol-based so that you can blend the colors together. It's not what we're doing today with this technique, but you can. So, Wink of Stella in the center of both flowers. Got our greeting ready to assemble. Okay, let me start with this. Center the designer paper, approximately center it on that white embossed piece, and then add adhesive to the embossed piece. This embossing folder embosses super deep and it can crack your paper. So it helps if you can run the adhesive with the stripes instead of against them. I did go against them, but I was being super gentle. But it just helps if you can go with them instead. If you're using tape runner, liquid glue, do whatever. Okay, then the next layer is the two-tone and the dots. But first, I'm going to tear off just about 1/4 of an inch or so from the bottom of this two-tone cardstock. No more than 1/4 of an inch because we want to be able to sort of center the circles above it. And that's just going to give a nice little white borders for some interest there. A white edge, I should say. Make sure the light side is facing you and you pull toward you when you do that. Otherwise, it will look like this. No white. And then I'm checking my sample. This two-tone cardstock is flat. I'm going to add a little more adhesive than I normally would. Definitely get that middle part because it's sticking to this embossed paper. And the middle will stick really well to the designer paper. Basically center that. You might be able to go a little bit higher than center top to bottom. And then the circles will be on dimensionals. And treat it like a piece of paper. Like a full piece of paper. So I'm just going to put 6 on there. I trimmed my nails last night. I was going to say that I have noticed that the dryer sheet can leave a little residue on your paper. Nothing that ruins it by any means. But you might need to press a tiny bit harder on dimensionals and stuff. Okay, so there's that. Very nice. Then our flowers, also on dimensionals, I think. Hold on. Yes. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the large flower and a couple on the small and add a little bit of adhesive at the bottom of the small flower. And then when I put them on here, also I trimmed my nails last night, so my thumbnail is extremely short. I put them on here, top left for the large flower, hanging off the edges a little bit, the sides, and then the partial half flower will go down toward the right, barely touching the edge of that large flower. Then my greeting is going on Stampin' Dimensionals. This magnet's killing me. The large magnet is wanting everything to stick to it. Okay. Dimensional on my greeting. I'm hoping that will stick to these circles, I think, or align with the circles. It'll be fine. I am going to center this left to right down here on top of the hole, center left to right, and basically cover up that first row of diamonds that are cut out. And then I'm going to make a bow. Make a bow right here, just like before, bunny ears. 2 bunny ears, lots of space. Hey, Dorothy, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks, Lisa. Trying to catch up. I have a neighbor outside practicing his trumpet. It's lovely. That's awesome. Little private concert there. And then I'm going to trim my ribbon. Okay, this bow I will put on the little corner right here where the 2 flowers sort of meet on the bottom left of the 2 flowers. That bow came out good. My bows come out different every time. That's a good one. Better than my other sample. And then dots. I'm going to use the cloud covered dots, the Moody palette glossy dots. I'm going to grab a large and a small and put them down here on the bottom left of the greeting. That's card number 3. Card number 3. Oh, ignore that sticky note in there. I need it to stay visible so we don't forget. It's an instruction for me and Scott. That's card number 3 of your Stamp a Stack. And you will make 2 of each card, so that's 8 cards. Okay, last but not least, card number 4. Card number 4. Thank you, Robin. Okay, for this card, we have a Secret C card base. This is portrait as well. All cards portrait today. This is, of course, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to make a really fancy fold called a Z fold. So fold this front back in half all the way to the left and press it down real good with that bone folder. And I was joking. It's not that fancy. This is a Z fold. Super simple. Anybody can do it. Clean up my little mess here. And then everybody's snoring now. For this card, we have a basic white piece to go on the inside. Again, I'll send out those measurements tomorrow morning. And then your designer paper to go on the left. You'll cut that from your pack or your partial pack of designer paper to go on the left. This pattern is the, I think the prettiest one in this pack. It's like a petal pink background that's got some distressing and maybe some like light petal pink leaves sort of stamped in it. And then on top of that is larger white flowers with cloud cover line details and Secret C centers. And then the leaves are solid Secret C with cloud cover veins. It's so pretty. So we have that. And then we have die cut for you Secret Cloud Cover and Basic White Nested Essentials dies, the coffin shape. The largest one is Cloud Cover, the largest die, and the next largest die down is Basic White. And then a scrap of Secret Sea cardstock here. And then again, you will use your scraps of white, which is going to be one big piece of paper. I just need to figure out the size. And it is, or I'm sorry, what you need is 3 flowers, 1 large and 2 of the smaller ones. And then we'll die cut those out. They will be colored pink with no yellow center. I'm going to grab my other stamp. So what words should I put on this one? Let me see. I am going to do, I'm going to do the same words for this one and you'll see why. Where is it? Hold on. Okay. Oh, this one. I was like, I can't think. Also, what was I just thinking? Let me look at the stamp set real quick. I'm trying to think words that go together. Just a note. I don't know. I think I want to do it this way. Okay. I was trying to think of something different, but we don't need to. Let me stamp my greeting. So on the front of this card, I'm going to put thank you. All the greetings are Secret Sea. Tap, tap, tap. And this will get die cut out with the oval die. And then I'll leave this because I'm going to need it again. So let me do my die cutting. Real quick. I know, who is that? Gian? Gian, I agree. It's beautiful paper. Okay, I'm just aligning my stuff, so excuse the pause in talking. All right, 2 out of 3. Well, I gotta check something real quick out my window. Okay, good. Scott was going to do an errand. He has to go to Costco to order my food for Saturday, but also he was going to pick up his lunch. And I was like, did he go? Did he remember? Anyway. Not my lunch, because I can't eat that gluten-filled food. Okay. All right. Close. Hello. Okay. Then we'll color these flowers real quick with Petal Pink. Stamp and blend. Still need you. Just like before, just the lines. And then I'm going to stamp these leaves, the 3-petal leaf image, the only one, directly on this Nested Essentials dies, the white one. So a reminder, this is dark petal pink. And I'm not actually coloring in and filling it in. I'm just doing the lines, just like they do on the designer paper. And then Week of Stella for the centers. Ooh, that one kind of bled. I can't see. Yes, it's very glittery. Okay, on this white one, I'm going to stamp these leaves. We are going to, again, I already did a whole demonstration about why to be gentle when you ink these up and move it around to different spots on your pad, but only touch the stamp to the block or to the pad gently. Okay, I'm going to stamp a set of leaves at the top left hanging off the edge. Kind of angle them and hang them off the edge there. And then the other one, I'm going to stamp it again, will be in the middle right, also hanging off the edge a little bit. Like that. And I think we can assemble now. Oh, no. For the middle, so this is going to say thank you. And for the inside, I want to stamp so very much, which is all cursive, lowercase, really pretty. It's kind of small, but I'm going to stamp it toward the top in the very center. And it might show a little on the front of the card when it's closed. It might not, but if it does, I'll show you how we're going to cover that up. So don't worry. Okay, so let's put this together. This white piece that says so very much. Oh, darn it. I forgot something. I'm supposed to stamp something else on this piece. Sorry. So I already put adhesive on there. So I stuck it on my silicone craft sheet. So that glue doesn't literally stick to my table. I also meant to stamp the 3-leaf image down here in the bottom right-hand corner. In case you're thinking, oh, I'll stamp a flower there. I did try a flower there. I did not like it. You can do a flower there instead if you want, because it shows on the front of the card, but I didn't like that. So, your choice. I thought it was too, I don't know, it was too busy with the lines on the flower and stuff. Okay. You definitely want to stamp before you glue it inside your thing in case you completely ruin the stamping, you drop something, whatever. Then it's not glued down. You can just get another piece of paper. So, okay. Now I'll put this designer paper on the front left. I know, right, Julie? I don't even want to say her name out loud, but you are correct. She's just on her other table now staring at me. And y'all know what she wants. You know what she wants now. Okay, so front left, designer paper. So pretty with this designer paper. Then let me attach the white nested essentials to the cloud cover, one flat. Okay, now I'm going to put this on my card front and see how the H is showing on the front. I'm going to attach this with Stampin' Dimensional, so I'm going to flip it upside down top to bottom, center it so I can have a visual. I mean, it's just the left half, but the visual helps me to see where to put the dimensionals. That. You could attach this flat also because the flowers will be on dimensionals, but that's just up to you. If you don't mind your card being extra thick, which I don't mind, then go for it. So nothing, no glue here, just on the back left half, dimensionals. The H is showing there, so we're just going to cover that up with flowers, of course. But I need to, the air conditioner kicked on. I need to make my little flower. Arrangement. I'm going to put adhesive on the back on two sides on the across from each other on the back of the large flower. Then I'm going to put Scott just came in with a whole entire Sam's pizza instead of one slice like he's supposed to get him. So don't tell me it was cheaper to get the whole one.
It is.
Well,
I'll be eating for a week.
That's true. All right. Because I can't eat that because it has gluten. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, something like this. I can rearrange them if I want, but I'm going to have to figure it out right now. So the flowers, ooh, I like that. Flowers are going on there like that. They will cover up the words. Perfect, right? But before I put these flowers down, need to do two things. One is dimensionals, but before that, I'm going to put a strip of adhesive across the back of the flowers. And I'm going to get a nice, generous piece of ribbon here. It's going to go back and forth. I could do my little trick with this, but I don't think I want to, because it's difficult because of the shape of this. It'll make it hard on me. Okay. I'm using this paper to measure it more so than, or the front of my card, more so than the flowers. Okay, so I've got this ribbon. Let me tell you how many inches that is. 13 inches. I'm going to write that down for myself for instructions. 13 inches. Z-fold ribbon. But you could just fold it back and forth like I did and go with whatever comes off. We're going to fold it back and forth and sort of just direct it like that. So it's kind of like a bow, like the shape of it's kind of like a bow. And then I'm seeing where I want it on the card. And I'm seeing where these flowers are going to go on the card. And I'm pushing it into it. So it'll be something like that. I mean, this one will be exactly like that, but each one you do will be a little bit different. You can still pull this off, this ribbon off, and adjust it if you don't like how yours comes out, and make any adjustments you want before you glue it down. That's how you do the ribbon. Then we'll add Stampin' Dimensionals. In the back, not too far to the edges of these outer flowers because they will be sticking off these two edges. And you can use those dimensionals to I mean, it's not Sam's, it's Costco. I don't know why I'm saying Sam's, Robin. Costco pizza. I knew I was saying that wrong, but I couldn't figure out what I was saying wrong. Okay, some of the dimensionals can go on top of the ribbon to help secure it down. Put your flowers on here at an angle. Top right, bottom left. Got the leaves coming out, covers up the words. Looks beautiful. And then our greeting, we'll just go down here on the bottom with dimensionals. Just put a couple there toward the center. It says thank you. I'm going to put that straight across at the toward the bottom of the label, basically between the leaves and the bottom. That is crooked. And that, no, we need dots. Oop, almost said it. I'm going to use, again, Secret C, my favorite color of these dots, apparently. I'll do a large down here to the bottom left of thank you on the white piece, and two small up here at the top right on the white. It's on the inside. Okay, that is card number 4. Card number 4. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Julie. Haven't tried Costco pizza. It, from what I remember when I used to eat it, it's delicious. Robin. Thank you, Cindy. Love the bow. Thanks, Lisa. Jackie, thank you very much. Okay, so let's look at all 4. This is the Stamp-A-Stack. If you want to take the class, let me just cover up that green sticky note. Another one, yeah, this one has a sticky note too. What am I trying to say? I don't know, but this is the class. If you're interested in getting this class and getting all 8 cards, let me know. I've got the links. Actually, the link is in the email right now. I mean, in the video right now. It'll be emailed out and they're on my blog. So if you have any other questions about anything, and that VIP group also, which we talked about, thank you, B. Thank you, Marianne. If you have any questions about that VIP group or any of the other stuff, let me know on that as well. So I will get back with you. Oh, and don't forget recipe cards tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. This is what recipe cards look like. Supply list, measurements. Okay. Picture. Only one picture. All the other pictures are on the blog. And I don't have a picture of this one yet because I just made it today, but I have a picture of that one already on the blog. So thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks, Lori. Thank y'all for watching and have a great day. I'm going to now eat lunch, do my little video stuff after, and then I'm going to type tutorials for Saturday's event. Type tutorials for Saturday's event, the holiday or the new catalog kickoff event. So, and then I'll start packing up for that. So I will see y'all later, and I should be, yes, exactly, Lori. I should be back next week, same time and place. Everyone have a wonderful week and weekend. I will see y'all later. Thanks. Bye. Bye.